Hey everyone, Smitty here, keeping you updated on my weight loss journey. It's not even a journey. Keeping you updated, okay? I'm at my gym right now, inside what was the office, and I'll just quickly show you, before we get into the video, what we're dealing with. Oh my God. I've had some incredible help this week, but I've got 2 days to get everything else out of here. Get the place looking good. So because of the rain, it's loud out there and echoey. So I'm going to film in here. In this video, I'm going to update you on how my weight loss is going and what I've learned. What can I lean against? And I also wanted to chat about how high you should prioritize your weight loss and how to prioritize your weight loss journey, how to prioritize your weight loss. Okay, me personally, I've been at it a week and a half, saw a super fast drop in the first 3 or 4 days from 90 kilos last Sunday at the competition to 86.8 or something the next Sunday. So in a week, 3.2 kilos. Not all fat, obviously. I don't know what it was. I don't know what I lost, but I was still training. No, I wasn't. I was deloading. It's not going to be much muscle. I wouldn't have lost much muscle, if any, in that short time. Mainly bloat and inflammation. There's more to our bodies than just muscle and fat, okay? We've got our bloods or our liquids and plasma. I don't even know what's in there. I care, but I don't need to know the ins and outs. I'm not so married to the scale. I just know that it'll eventually go down as I drop fat, and it will do so at its own pace depending on what I do. And I don't really want to rush it. But because it was taking a decent amount of effort for me to stay at 90 kilos, I was having, what would you call it? Pretty highly processed foods, which your mind might go to, let's say McDonald's as a highly processed food. Whereas to me, even pasta and rice and bread, to me are processed foods. And those help me hold my weight or put on weight. So I stopped having that. I stopped force feeding food. I went one day without breakfast, I think. Just things like that, just living naturally. My body went to this around 87. And after a day of travel on Sunday, I woke up a kilo heavier Monday, and then that's come back down to the 87 mark over the next 2 days. So I feel like 87 is kind of my new equilibrium. My body's going to stay here unless I tell it to change, unless I change certain things. Now, this week, it's Wednesday right now. This Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I haven't been to the gym. I haven't trained since last Friday here at the gym where I did a PB 170 kilo stone in training. I've never done that stone in training before, so strong as ever right now. But I haven't trained since then, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. This is my 5th day off. The most days I've ever had off is 6 or 7 leading into a competition since I started training in like 2010. 2012? 2010, whatever. So that's where I'm at. My weight slowly dropping, the belly's a bit flatter, haven't trained, and that's about all I have to update on where I'm at the moment. Sorry, not a lot to say, because it kind of runs into what I want to chat to you about here about prioritizing. So at the moment, getting the stuff out of the gym, I'm still working my day job and still programming for people and coaching people online. So I'm up at 6 and I've been getting home around 10, bed around 10:30, 11, or last night was midnight, okay? I don't know how I'm still functioning because I'm the worst morning person and worst off no sleep, but we're here. So this week, although I'm hoping the weight goes down, I'm not prioritizing it. There's other things this week that I just have to prioritize. I have to get stuff out of here. I could be training right now. I could exercise right now. I've got 30 minutes free. I could easily get a 20-minute session in, but I got no equipment at the gym. I am not a member of a gym, so I'd have to find a gym and sign up or go for a casual somewhere. And that's an option. I could do it. And if this was my life, if these hours were my life, then I'd go sign up at a gym that made sense. This is me in my car. I would go find a gym that was either close to my work, but my work's moving, or close to home, close to somewhere, convenient place to get some 20-minute or 30-minute workouts in. At the moment, this week, that doesn't really convenience me. I know it's just 1 week, Also, because the hours are so different and the demand on my body, like my calves are twitching. I got a forearm workout, ripping the sled track up here on Monday. I've been working. And to add an extra stress on the body, and training is a stress, to add that onto the body this week, it's just not worth it for me. Training this week I don't believe, would have a positive influence on me trying to get the best out of myself this week. Even long term, I can recognize that having 7 days off for the first time ever, or it might end up being longer, I'm going to be fine. Not going to lose muscle, not going to lose strength. Whatever I do lose in that 7-day period will come back after 2 or 3 sessions. So I'm really just haven't thought about it or panicked. I'd love to get a training session in. I do miss it, but I just know that it's going to happen. But I'm prioritizing closing my business and getting things done as good as possible. So if you are looking to drop fat or change your life, like not just drop a couple kilos, but really change your life, if you're, let's be honest, if you're really over fat, if you're really obese, and you really want to feel better and look better, which is fine if you don't want to, but you need to prioritize it. It needs to be a high priority. Now, a lot of you will have kids, you'll have jobs, you'll have responsibilities. So maybe it can't be the number one priority, but it can't just be something that you do on the side like, oh, yeah, I'm going to drop a few kilos. So I'm going to start eating better. I'm going to go to the gym every now and then. It needs to be focus, which can be a meal plan, or it can be tracking your food, or an understanding of what foods you're having. That's why adopting a certain diet, even though most people say dieting's stupid and keto's stupid, vegetarian stupid, carnivore stupid. They give you a framework and therefore you can think less. If you have a meal plan or framework, you can think less. And when you've already got work, family, and other responsibilities, you don't really want to be thinking about your training program, so what you're doing in training and what you're doing with your diet. So that's where coaches like myself or other people come in to tell you what to do, listen to your questions and adjust what to do, but they do the thinking for you. Even though I've never paid for that stuff myself, I can see how it is pretty much vital, because we can't just always be thinking about things. And just because I'm great at those things, diet and exercise, I have needed the biggest amount of help this week at the gym. There is so much stuff that I just do not know how to do, as far as closing accounts, moving things, organizing things. It's just not in my wheelhouse, and I ask for help and I get help for it. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, but you have to prioritize, which means you have to choose a time that makes sense to prioritize. If you've got so much in your life going on, then you can aim for improvements in your health and fat loss, but I would argue that you are going to have to prioritize it at some stage, which means not starting a business, not closing a business. You've just got work, family, as in your, maybe you've got a significant other, or kids, whatever. You've got your work, your family, and then it needs to be like, the next thing is my fat loss journey, because fat loss is more than just how you look and feel. It's going to dictate how long you live, how you sleep, which dictates your mood, which dictates your relationships and how you react with the world. So it is huge. And you never have to be the most healthy version of yourself or the leanest version of yourself, whatever that looks like. But I think it's important to always, for me, I'll just talk about me, I always want to be at my best. Just my best version of right now. At the moment, I feel like I'm close to at my best. The reason I'm not fully at my best is because I spent a bunch of time putting on weight, which was for a reason. I wanted to lift heavy, and I did. So I feel at my best. Even if I'm 5% of what I could be. The feeling is that I'm aiming to improve, and I'm feeling good with where I'm at and what I'm doing. And I think everyone should have that same mentality. But who am I to tell you what you should do and think? Anyway, I just wanted to quickly chat about priorities and just mention what I'm going through, because maybe that'll help you. Like, hey, it makes sense this week to deload. It makes sense this week to take a step back, and it's not quitting anything. It's just a week off because it doesn't make sense. But what I will say, if this was my life, I think I started saying this before, really sorry. If this was my life, these hours and working this job, I would find a way to exercise and cook my food. That's the other thing I haven't cooked this week. I've been getting meals from Coles. What else? We've had pizza 3 times in 6 days or something like that. Like, no training, not heaps of junk food, but quite a decent amount. It's just not a priority at the moment. If this was my life though, if this was just the day-to-day thing, I would not continue living like this. I would get up, I would find a gym and either get up earlier or buy some equipment and keep it at my work and do 30-minute workouts there. I would find a way. Okay, so I'm not saying that if you live this kind of life, working these kind of hours, that you can get away with it. At the moment, the toll on my body is massive this week. It's something I'm not used to, so I'm burning a lot of calories, you could say, but my body's just going to maintain its weight here because I'm doing a lot. I'm walking a lot more. My calves are twitching. I'm fatigued. I'm hurt, but my body would then get used to this. So we need training, because when we train, we can push the muscles to failure. This is my pecs. We can push the muscles to failure, which is where the magic happens. It's not how much exercise you do or adding sets or adding reps. It's how many times a week are you pushing your body to limits and flicking that magic switch. The I want to live longer and stronger switch. We all have it inside us. Some of us, it's easy to flick that switch. Some of us, you have to train a little bit differently and a little bit harder. And that's what I'm helping people with at the moment. I'll have more information on that coming soon. Hope I didn't ramble too much. Hope there was some type of coherency there, or I've just given you something to think about or reflect on in the future when you're going through busy times, or if you're trying to choose a time to lose weight, maybe now's not the right time. So lots of things to consider. If you've got any questions, comment below in this video or send me an email. Just get in contact with me somehow. Happy to chat, and I'll give more updates soon when I'm actually back training and back on the weight loss bandwagon. See you guys.